the app is user friendly. I mean, that's very important. It's intuitive,
Right.
and the fact that it's able to absorb all the data that we throw at it in terms of suggesting recommendations to end users, and be able to push that, synthesize it, take orders from the trade, pass it back on to my distributor. It's something which has been working seamlessly. So you've been very flexible in terms of working with us in terms of customizing some of those features to our requirements, because within ITC we have a whole host of brands across different categories. So some level of customization is required because one size won't fit all.
Okay.
And you've been able to do that in a way that I think is unparalleled, so to speak. Which is also why I think it's a testimony to the fact that we've been able to scale up to 500,000 users in the short period of time that we have,
Right.
without any dissonance, without any major hassles. So I think that's a big win. I would say there are three major areas that we're going to be working on over the course of the next year as well as going forward. One, of course, is expanding, like you rightly said, expanding the user base. We want to try and grow this to about 1 million users and then beyond, right? So that's the first step. And as we build on our user base, the second element is going to be retention. Because once you have a significant base, you want to ensure that base does not exit rather the platform, but retains themselves on the platform. Because only when we have retention would we go to the third step, which is mining this user base, right? So I'm saying there are going to be three broad levels or three broad areas I'm going to be focusing on: expanding my user base, retention, which is going to be a core part of my strategy, both now and in future, and the third one is going to be mining this data bit.
Right.
We're going to be working with our channel partners, which is essentially you as well as my distributor network, to try and ensure that all the retailers that are on the platform, they get relevant content on the platform in terms of the best offers that are running in that particular geography at that point in time. They get the latest offers, they get the latest information on new launches. We're also jointly going to be discussing how can we put content on the platform beyond just ordering to anything which is building on emotional connect, retailer engagement, and this could be anything to do with information around how to do or how to improve their business. Because the idea is now I also want to build higher order benefits. Basic ordering is something we've already fixed, right? It's one of the base level. It's a base feature. Now we need to build on that, right? So the second thing that we want to build on is basically how do we give them a value added offering beyond just order capture on the app, right? So we're going to give them some level of information on how they can improve their business, how they can compete with modern trade, or for that matter, e-com platform. Because the conventional mom and pop store has, or rather is competing, because its customers also tend to buy from e-grocers. They're buying online. So we want to give him the opportunity of leveraging what he has right now, and that is convenience, right? He's the corner shop which is open for the maximum amount of time. The customers have known him for a very long time because he's been there and they've been living in the city and so on. So we want to try and mine that relationship. We want to strengthen his business. We want to give him tools to be able to grow his business, which means information going forward. And this is something that we're discussing jointly in terms of self-merchandising. How can he improve the quality of product displayed in his store? Right? How can he curate his assortment to try and ensure that he has the right assortment which caters to a majority of his consumers? How can he minimize out of stock? Right? And then we're looking at how else can we give him education on other aspects of business, in terms of, so we're integrating retail finance, for example. So that's something that's a work in progress. That gives him access to working capital, and then the virtuous cycle begins. He gets accustomed to using the app, not just for his basic orders, but also for various other benefits that accrue to him by virtue of being a part of this app. And how do companies such as ours, or for that matter our partners who helped us develop this, sort of use that information? We're able to use that information to then curate offers suited to different cohorts of retailers, right? In terms of building app-specific features which are relevant. So for example, self-merchandising is something that we're looking at. We could have a section on the app which tells him more about the brands that he's stocking, so that there are talking points which helps him improve sellout. I'll give you an example. We have products within our Ashirwad portfolio which are specifically designed for certain sets of consumers. Sugar release control is another example, right? So if the retailer is aware of the product, if a consumer comes to him looking for specific products of that genre, he is in a position to say that, have you tried this product? This is specifically catering to this kind of a requirement. So it helps him also upsell,
Correct.
right? So customers who potentially never bought that product from his outlet actually buy that. So it's a value-added product which is getting sold out. So he also benefits because these products typically help him get a slightly niche audience. He is able to attract more customers to his shop, and then this virtual cycle continues, right? So he's able to curate his inventory going forward, right? He's able to also figure what are customers looking for. So this is something that you're already building in. What are customers looking for, which potentially I can stock in my shop. So you remember there's this basket which we created which says other stores similar to you are purchasing this kind of stock. You may want to consider keeping that as well. So that allows him to keep a curated inventory as well. These customers start walking in, and when a customer walks in, he may not just buy that, he may buy a whole assortment of products, and so the business essentially improves. So I think our relationship is very symbiotic because we essentially want retailers to be able to improve their business and at the same point engage with most of our products because we have a very vast portfolio of offers, right? And we want to try and ensure that retailers have access to that. And digital, by virtue of using this app, we've been able to give the retailers a digital catalog which allows them to browse through our products, see them, read about them, and then curate their requirements. So there is some level of assisted selling that is happening where the retailer is getting, I would say, an assistance not just by way of the salesman who's coming to him to tell him about the product, but also creating awareness with the app. So it's basically giving a boost to the salesman, where the salesman is able to sell into the outlet and expand his range.
It's more like a co-pilot approach.
Absolutely. So it's like a salesman is getting a shot in the arm here because he's getting the support of a digital app, which is a digital catalog, which is creating a conversation with the retailer on products which he or she may not have stocked previously, but is now keen to stock because they are now aware these products are also available with the local distributor.